What's up guys, in this video we're going to be looking at the top 2 stocks that are associated with electric vehicle sector. We're going to be looking at the specific companies, how they are directly linked to electric vehicle technologies. We're going to be looking at the technologies they're developing on, how their technology work, and we're also going to be looking at the good price points to get involved in these specific companies. I'm also going to be going over a recap of the stock market and what are the important reports that we need to pay attention to for tomorrow that could potentially affect the stock market to the upside, to the downside. So make sure you stay tuned. And now let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you smash the like button. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the comment section below, guys. So a lot of the companies that we covered on the previous video on Saturday, they spiked up significantly to the upside. So make sure you check out that video. The video covers the ticker symbol AYRO. It covers FUV that have been up significantly. It covers KNDI in detail. What are the models? What are the company price point we can get involved in? What is the market cap? All that information to do your basic research is covered in that specific video, guys. So if you want more information, you can go and check out those companies, and they've been going up to the upside today. This entire electric vehicle sector has been going up to the upside today, guys. So go check out the video. Also, the previous videos we talked about, Nikola stock and the S1 filings and the Badger numbers that kind of came out within this electric vehicle sector. This was the company that was basically going to the downside today. Also, we're going to talk about Workhorse too, but we covered, Nikola, the S1 filings and the Badger truck numbers, they came out, and we know, the S1 filings and people, investors that got involved in this specific company are going to have the ability, to sell off their shares when they complete their S1 filings with the SEC. So the bleeding eventually started, and right now it added another 14.46% to the downside, and we'll see exactly what's going to happen within the next few weeks, every month, to see specifically what this company is going to end up, but keep an eye on Nikola stock, guys, and we'll see what's going to happen. But the other company that we talked about yesterday that sold off today, that kind of pulled back, is Workhorse. Now this company is super popular right now. They're anticipating a deal with USPS, so we're gonna be, that day is approaching. It's gonna be July 14th. So this company's been extended to the upside a lot. It was basically like doubling. It went from like $5 to $10, from $10 to $20. Now it kind of pulled back 15%. So it's kind of expected when you look at how the stock moves significantly to the upside. But keep an eye on this specific stock, guys. We'll see how this whole thing is going to unfold. We also talked about GNUS. There is an important news that a lot of people were waiting that invested in this specific company today. They came and they announced that they're going to be starting partnering with Stan Lee, and the stock eventually did not react positively to the news. As we talked about on the previous videos, kind of like buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event was anticipated in this current situation. So that's exactly that unfolded. The stock went down 25% today. What the company announced that it will create a new joint venture with Stan Lee's Power Entertainment called Stan Lee Universe. So a lot of people are saying it's going to be Netflix deal kind of coming up and things like that, but that was not the case. And the stock basically lost 25% of, the value within one day, guys. So that is exactly what happened with three stocks. Make sure you check out the video that I made about this specific companies if you want more detail. But now let's move on to the top 2 companies that we're going to be talking about in this video, guys. Before we get into that, guys, make sure you smash the like button. And make sure you subscribe if you have any questions. Make sure you drop it in the comment section below, guys. So the first stock that we're going to be looking at is going to be ticker symbol BLNK. As you can see over here, the stock is up 59.9% today, and the volume was just beyond what was expected today. The average volume that this company basically trades is 2.4 million shares, but today it traded 42.9 million shares. So there's been a lot of buying and selling. This company broke out to the upside, and the market cap definitely went up with it as well. What this company basically does is it provides the charging stations for people that own electric vehicles. So it's kind of directly associated with the electric vehicle sector. So if you have a vehicle like that, you can use the service that this company provides. As you can see over here, they have stations across the US, and the Blnk network connects more than 15,000 charging stations across the United States, giving electric vehicle drivers the ability to charge their electric vehicles wherever they live, work, and play. So that is the main purpose and the main motto for this specific company. Now let's look at exactly what are the locations, what's the price if you want to charge your electric vehicles. So they have locations in California, Colorado, Florida, the major states like New York, Utah, New Hampshire, Arizona, Arkansas, like all the states that have locations over there. And if you're like a Blnk member, you're going to pay less. And if you have a guest, Blnk guest, you're going to pay a little bit higher, but that is basically the cost for each specific stake that you're going to be charged, as you can see on their fee format over here. So this is why this stock is basically popping up to the upside, because the overall sector of electric vehicle is super hot right now. They're on fire. The stocks are just breaking out all-time highs. The stocks in this specific sector are breaking out to the upside a lot, so it brings along with it these companies that are associated with. So now let's look at specifically what are the price points that we can get involved in this specific company. As you can see over here today, it added 59.9% to the upside, and it just broke out after it was a penny stock a few days ago. It was below $5. It was trading at around $4.89 area. Now it's just basically double within the span of 2 days. So if you are wanting to get involved in this specific company in the short term, the price is super extended to the upside. But if you're on the long term, if you're going to be involved in these specific companies for the long term, it really does not matter where you get involved in these specific companies, since you can definitely average down your position if the price goes to the downside, and you can build your position along the years. So that is one of the things, just to be aware of the specific company exists, and there's an option for this company to grow if the electric vehicle sector grows to the upside. So as you can see, another important thing that you need to look for, it's going to be the share outstanding of the company is 26.84 million shares available. The share flow is 20.26 million. Not a lot of insider ownership, not a lot of institutional ownership. They only have 6%. So that is an important thing to do. So if a hedge fund or some major investors see the potential in this company, they can just come in and buy this specific company, and that can drastically move it to upside. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of people, not a lot of hedge funds or major investors are invested in specific companies. So this is just basically retail investors that are kind of buying it and holding this specific company at this current moment. So now let's move on to the second stock, guys. Before we get into the second stock, guys, make sure you smash the like button. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the comment section below, guys. So the second stock that we're going to be looking at is going to be ticker symbol PLUG. I talked about this company a few videos ago, so you can go check out that video too. But as you can see over here, this also is getting a lot of attraction, a lot of volume is coming in, a lot of buyers and selling happening in this specific company. Today the average volume that it usually trades is like 16.5 million shares, but today it blew past that, like 54 million shares traded today, and it went past the 1-year price target. After hours, it just up another 1%. It added 18 cents. It's above $10 price point at this moment and after hours trading, guys. So this company is just breaking out to the upside. So what this company is all about is an alternative energy company, which specifically specializes in hydrogen fuel cells. So this company actually produces forklifts that work with hydrogen cells, and also it provides those specific hydrogen cells to kind of fuel those forklifts too. So let's look at exactly how this company kind of works. The main motto for this company is changing the way the world moves, leading the hydrogen and fuel cell industry, helping business achieve greater productivity and sustainability in an electrified world. So that is the mission for this specific company, guys. And also, we need to pay attention to is actually Amazon invested in this company like a year ago. So they have a stake in this specific company, and they see potential in this stock. So when we look at some of the detail in a little bit, I'm going to show you exactly what those specific investments are. So the other important thing that you want to be looking for is that how the technology works. So we're going to watch a quick video about how they actually fuel those the hydrogen fueled forklifts. We're going to see a quick video. As you can see over here, the guy is trying to work and try to fuel some of the forklift right now. As you can see, it doesn't take that much. It's just like fueling a gas. He just plugs it in and it starts fueling the hydrogen cell. It doesn't take that long. As you can see, it only takes less than a minute for it to kind of complete the process of fueling it. So it fuels those forklifts, and this company provides the hydrogen cells to the fuel cells, hydrogen fuel cells too. So when companies buy the forklifts, they have to get the cells from this company too. So it's kind of like tied together. So that is really something, the revenue that keeps generating consistently. So once they sell the product, the other companies have to come back continuously to get those cells too. So that is one of the things that I like about this company is, the companies that get involved, this company is attached to it for more of their products to get their cells, So that is a good thing to look at. But now let's look at exactly how to get involved, what price point we can get involved in this specific company. As you can see over here, the stock has just been breaking out to the upside. It was kind of like in June, it was kind of a penny stock. It was below $5. Now it's up up to $10 area. So that is really fantastic for this specific technology that people are trying to adapt. So that is really great thing. And as you can see over here, the share outstanding is relatively higher. There's 332 million shares outstanding of this specific company available for people to buy and get involved in it. The share flow is 306.5 million shares available, and institution owned 47.3% of the specific company. So that is really fantastic when you see that, there are a lot of investors, that hedge funds or banks, that are kind of institutions that bought this company. There's faith in this company in the long run, so that is something you want to see. As I mentioned, also Amazon actually had a deal with this company, so they own a specific share of this company too. So that is an important thing that you want to look at. And also the short flow. So there are people that are betting that this company is not going to work, the hydrogen fuel, and this technology is not going to be around, since the electric vehicle sector has its own developments and batteries and things like that. So the hydrogen cell is going to be something that's going to be lagging. People believe that. So there's a short float at 23.51%. So people are betting that the stock is not going to continue to go to the upside. They think that it's going to go down. So they shorted 23% of the share that is available to the public. They hold as a short position. So they are betting the stock is going to go to the downside, and that's how they're going to be making their money, guys. So if the long term, I think there's potential for this. If the sector of this alternative energy kind of spikes up and increases a lot in the short term, there's a lot of hype, unfortunately, with this sector being booming within the past few weeks and the past few months. These electric vehicle cars and these companies have been spiking to the upside, and that's why it kind of raises the question of why NIO, Tesla, and other electric vehicle stocks might be in a bubble territory right now, because when these companies kind of break some of their expectations of the car deliveries, they just spike up drastically. 22, like 13% every single day. So you have to be super aware in the short term. But as you can see over here, NIO, we talked about this company, basically broke out another 22.7% to the upside today. As you can see over here, the management said it delivered 10,331 vehicles in the quarter ended in June, exceeding the company's quarterly guidance. What's more is NIO delivered 3,740 vehicles in the months of June, and new records. So when these companies break records, this whole sector kind of moves to the upside. And as you saw today, Tesla also is up 13.47%. So that is the leader of the specific sector. But keep in mind, if you're investing in the long term, it might not affect you that much, since you're going to have an opportunity to add to your position. But if you're somebody that wants to trade in and out really quickly, make profit, this bubble can burst anytime, and this stock can drastically pull back to the downside. So you have to be super careful when you get involved in these specific companies, and what is your goal for these stocks that you buy and you trade in this specific sector, guys. But now let's look at the stock market, the overall market. As you can see over here, we had a super positive day. You got Microsoft, Apple, Google, Facebook, Amazon, all just going to the upside. The Nasdaq hit an all-time highs. You got Amazon adding 5.77%. It basically went up to a $3,000 mark. That is amazing. Of course, Tesla is up to 1.3K. Microsoft, above, $210. Apple also a record, guys. It's been amazing, guys. So the market has been up a lot. Facebook was on the news a few past, some of the ads, the people that wanted to run ads, some companies boycotting it, but now kind of recovering and basically gained all of the losses that it had for the past few days. Facebook, Twitter, Google, in the specific sector just been up. The financial markets, the financial sector, JP Morgan, Bank of America added, gains to, the healthcare sector gaining. Even the energy sector, it kind of lagged a little bit, but it kind of stayed flat. And all of it actually been performing very well today. So that is fantastic thing to do. And one of the reports that we talked about yesterday that could have affected the stock market today was reported at 10 a.m. The ISM non-manufacturing index, it came out super positive. So the forecast was 51% and the actual number became 57.1%. So that was a fantastic thing to kind of boost, the move to the upside today too. But however, the cases of the pandemic, the coronavirus still increasing a lot across the U.S. And Miami actually closed some of their gyms and some of, their restaurants because the numbers have been spiking significantly over there. Now let's move on to what is the important, stock market related economic report that can affect the stock market for tomorrow. for Tuesday, July 7th is going to be reported at 10 a.m. The job opening is going to be for the period of May. So the previous one, it was 5 million. So if there's more job openings, they can significantly affect the price or the movement of the stock market to the upside. And if it's below that, that can definitely affect it too. So just keep an eye on this report coming out at 10 a.m. But that's going to be the end of this video, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. And I will catch you guys on the next video tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, guys.